Hey Trail Gear folks, this is my transfer case. It's got the Trail Gear 4.9 to 1 gear set in it, and I've been having issues with gear slap sound. Basically when I go down the road and I'm under drive and I push in the clutch, I get a slap, which basically seems to be coming from different speed between the input and output shaft. And just first of all, I'm going to start with giving just a look at what, or seeing what it sounds like here. So here's what it sounds like. So basically what you see here is if I hold on to the input shaft and I get movement, quite a bit of movement. I've got anywhere from 3/16 of an inch, more like up to 1/4 of an inch. Okay. So I'm also going to take this and I'm going to put this up on the transfer case itself, just so that you can get a sense of what it sounds like. The camera will pick up the sound better. So here it's like I'm going down the road, pushing the clutch, and then go down the road, shift gears. So this is the sound. And I get this every time again I push in the clutch. So a few things that I want to say. Number one is that I've shimmed behind the output shaft here and behind the input shaft. So the back of the input shaft, I got a 0.3 millimeter spacer. There is no movement at all in or out on the input shaft. It's solid. Same with the output shaft here. There's no movement in or out at all. And the spacing on either side of the output shaft gear is about 0.3 millimeter. So when I set this up, I shimmed it such that you know, when you put the cases together, dry fit everything, you get about 0.15 millimeter of spacing between the case, you know, before you torque everything down. And you know, that's the way I've done it per the factory service manual, and I've not had any issues. Again, I've had your 6.5 to 1 gear set. Haven't had any problem with that. I have rebuilt stock gears. Haven't had any problem with that. This is the first one I've done with these gears. The other thing I want to say is when I put the gears all in the you know, case, they all line up perfectly. So there's no issue with the gear alignment. You know, some in further, some out further. They all line up perfectly in a row. Again, no movement in or out on the shafts. So it seems to be just slop between the gear engagement itself, and it makes a lot of noise. I don't know how it's going to hold up over time, and again, I haven't experienced this before, so I'm just trying to figure out, you know, like what could it be here. Anyway, let me see if I can prop this like this, and you know. Very odd. Anyway, thanks a lot for looking, and look forward to hearing back from you. See what you think.